Oh, good morning. Hey, Stuart here. Let's go find out how's the hike on the Death Canyon Loop in Grand Teton National Park. Yep, Death Canyon Loop, Grand Teton. Oh, baby. This is going to be epic. A little quiet back there because there's so many people. A lot of day hikers come out here. I'll take you through my thoughts a little later today because I've got some options. But the plan is for 2 nights, but you know me this summer. Could be 1. Oh. I've had my bear charges this summer. Thanks, I'm good. Anyway, off we go. Mostly uphill all day. I know I've got the Ford cam, but I need to come up with a pantometer. All the panting I do going uphill. Not too bad of a grade, but steady. Hello there. Well, now let's have a look at this. This trail brings you down to the lake, so I'm giving back a lot of elevation that I know I'm going to have to regain. And I'm also thinking, because this is a lollipop, I'm going to be coming back up this on the way out. But it is a beautiful walk. Pretty big intersection here, so let's have a look. Yeah, all right. There we go. Death Canyon Trail. I hope you can see that because of the sun. It's yeah, interesting. And then I'll go down here to show you this too in case you're out here. Yep. So if you're going down to Phelps, obviously you're going left. And obviously I'm going this way, but my goodness me, let me show you something. Just get up here and make this turn. Oh, let's have a look at that gap. Oh, baby. Oh my goodness me. What a view, what a day. Couple of backpackers up there just to give you some scale. Very nice. The Death Canyon Patrol Cabin. Please do not enter cabin. No kidding. Look at this place. Beautiful. And of course, big intersection here. This will be the end of the lollipop stick and you start your loop. You can go either way. You can head that way to the right to the Alaska Basin Trail, or you can keep going straight up to Fox Creek Pass, which is, well, you can see here, 5.6 miles from this intersection. You're going to have to gain the altitude either way. So I'm not sure which is the better way, frankly, but you're going to have to gain it either way. They're both steep uphills.
Oh, I didn't get it.
There's a little porcupine. Looks like a yearling. I think he's this year's little fella. Right on the trail and in no hurry. Interesting. So on the maps, like my Nat Geo layer on Gaia, it says I'm already in the zone. But I'm glad they have this. So let me flash up on the screen what they also give you. It's this piece of paper that shows kind of where they want you to camp, where there are established places. So that's interesting. They also will give you free bear canisters to use while you're out here, in case you don't have your own. And they're even marked, which is pretty cool. Just past the campsite sign, up over that rock. And here's another one, up in here somewhere. Where's the trail? That must be it there. Yeah, interesting. Boy, they've had to do a lot of deadfall clearing out here. Woo! This area looked like it got hit pretty hard by something. Here's the group camp. As I said earlier, one of those places they told me I couldn't camp, which is fine. Next milestone I was looking for was the horse camp. Time to get into the end of the camping zone, and I'm going to have to make a decision whether or not I'm going to stay in one of these 3 sites at the bottom before we start heading up the pass, whether I'm going to head up the pass today and find somewhere along the shelf, water being my concern, obviously. So, yeah, pondering that. Just a little look back. Oh yes, up and over and to the right. Wee. Final grouping of campsites before the end of the zone. So it's decision time for me. Climb tonight. I'll have to haul my water up because I know there's no water for about 75% of it on this side. So I'm going to sit here and do some calculations and have a look at this little campsite, because it would be this or somewhere up there. Yeah. All right, I've had a little break here. I'm now leaving the camping zone, and I have filled up an extra 3 liters of water. That's like 3 kilos, 6.6 pounds. Because I'm going up. I'm going up. Why not? I wasn't, the campsites there were fine, but why not get up here and get the view? The next shot I'm going to show you is the view backwards. You're not going to believe it. I just sat down here for a second to bring the pantometer down. And you can look in the frame in the middle, you'll see 2 backpackers coming down. That's where I'm heading, and that's the scope right there. Not as bad as it seems, frankly. And just to give you some perspective, there are those hikers way down there, middle of the frame, about to enter the woods. And we'll come back. Whew, man. I could do without hauling all that extra water up, I'll tell you that. Slow and easy, especially at this altitude. Well, look at this. There's some milestones. Yeah. Lots to do still. Although now it's time to look for a camp. Once I get up on the shelf and get into the zone. A little more work to do, unfortunately. Ooh. But lots more to see. Look at this. Just had a look behind me. Look at this view. That's crazy. My voice a little dry because I've been breathing through my mouth in this dry air. Yeah. All right, up here a little further and find a place to camp in the zone, get some electrolytes. Job number 1. Excellent. Entering Death Shelf Camping Zone. Lovely name. Anyway, I'm bagged. Trying to find a spot for the night. Hopefully, some guys told me there should be some spots not too far in here. And if they look appealing and in any way flat, that's going to be home for the night. Main trail's out there, and you can see kind of an established trail coming in here. I mean, you could put a tent here, but then, well, there's this option as well. Now I'm going to scout around just a little more. This is a great spot though, and this might be home. And in fact, even when I just look at this little stand of trees, you know, nothing there really worries me, to be honest. Not really. You know, I am a little afraid of heights, so there's that, but this isn't going anywhere, obviously. So, yeah, just a little more scouting and call it a day. I've come a little further, not that I'm being fussy, just, well, looking for that spot. I haven't come that much further, really. But these are all well established, you can see, for sure. Even, you know, I don't know what that is, if that's a whole fire ring or just a place for somebody to sit. All right, just a little bit further. Story of my life, isn't it? Just a little further. All right. That's the view I'm looking for. So let's see what I can find. Let's check that guy out. See if my toes tingle. A couple of nice flat spots, it looks like, down there with a view. I didn't know it, but there's an established trail. I mean, a well-worn trail coming down to this piece of paradise. Look at this. That's well, it would be 5-star without the water, but we'll give them a break, given the fact that, you know, I got this view. Oh man, this is it. I'm setting her up. And this is tonight's, well, home for the night, I guess I'll say. Well, there's my tent. And there's my view. Look at this. It's quite a place. And of course you saw that I have my sleeping pad right there by that door, because there will be my view all night and first thing tomorrow morning. Also in view, well, supper mess. I'm actually going to eat early. I just found my electrolytes after thinking I'd left them in the car. I'm not feeling 100%. And I've never really had altitude issues before, but I'm not sure I've ever been quite this high. Even in our Canadian Rockies, I don't think so. So, yeah, or I could just be dehydrated, and that's a possibility, believe it or not. Even for me, it happens. So yeah, I'm just going to eat early. I'm going to rest, let all the fluids and electrolytes get through their magic stuff. And I'm just literally in awe of that. One last pan around. As this old boy is getting in bed, he's going to just relax and do some reading. Look at this. Oh, you can only get here if you walk in. You know, as I always say, and wouldn't you think, what, spectacular? I mean, even if I just go this way, look at the valley from where I came. Hard to see now, but down, I can see the trail. Oh, anyway, she was big uphill today. Yeah, just beautiful. What a spot. What a spot. So glad I did this. Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm not even going to look at you. I'm just going to leave you with that, because nothing can beat it. See you in the morning. Good morning, day 2. And I'm actually holding this out the door of my tent. And I'm still laying here in my sleeping bag. I'm going to lay here for a bit and watch sunrise over the Tetons. What do you think? Oops, there's the tent there, yeah. Look at that. Now there's a way to wake up. Good morning, sunshine. On the road again. What a morning. Oh my gosh. What a sunrise. What a way to wake up. Unbelievable. Just a gorgeous night with stars. Now, I'm going to try to flash up, a couple of pictures I took in the night. Milky Way, flash that up here. I know it's an iPhone, right? Did pretty well, I thought, though. And Venus. Venus was so bright, it was lighting things up. Pretty cool. Not the greatest sleep, though. Just, restless. As I mentioned, I didn't feel well yesterday. Don't know why. I had rubbery legs. Heart rate was going up, beyond what it normally does. So I think it's a mix of altitude, which is, I'm higher than I typically am. Oh, look. Look, water. I'm glad I brought 5 liters up the hill. Oh, well, live and learn. It could have been a combination of just the altitude, which a little higher than I'm used to in the Canadian Rockies, for example. Dehydration, heat, stuff like that. There is some climb to do today, so I'm going to have to take that pretty careful so I don't get in that situation again. And then it's really huge downhill back to the trailhead. But between now and then, lots to see. Death Canyon. You and I just walked up there yesterday. Exiting the camping zone and heading that way. Nice little campsite down in there, actually. I'm going to take a little break. That was a fun little climb. Whew. Tough to make out on video, I'm sure, but I can see the signage up there. Should be Mount Meek Pass. Entering back out of the park, I should say. Exiting the park for a short time again. And then down something called Sheep Steps, where I'm going to give back a lot of altitude, unfortunately. And then down to Basin Lakes. And then I'll swing around. And man, do I have to climb. I don't know, it's like 3 kilometers. But it's not bad from an elevation gain perspective. Probably 1,000 feet, 300 meters, or 260, something like that. And arrived. Let's have a look here. Oops. Alaska Basin, Mirror Lakes, 2.4. Hurricane Pass. Oh boy, lots to do. Anyway. A little more work to do here at the pass, and down and around. Sheep Steps, as I just said, Basin Lakes. Well, let's see what we have here. Well, hello. Oh, good morning. And look at that climb. But hey, holy moly. Switchbacks giving me the view backwards. Teton Creek, perfect place for a little break and to water up before I hit the next milestone, which is the intersection. And you have your choice of 2 trails, but first, look at this. Woo! There's the intersection. A lot of the GPX tracks we have go that way for some reason. But this is a little shorter but a little steeper. So I'm going to head up that way and see what happens. Met a trail crew back there with, pickaxes and stuff. Doing the hard work to keep the trails in good shape. And I thank them Always thank the trail crews when you see them. It's, listen, they're in a beautiful place. Man, is it hard work. Although, when you have views like that, it does help. Good Lord, it's just one shot after another of stunningness. I mean, one last quick glance back. Beautiful. Well, the target's in sight. I see somebody hiking down to the left. Good luck picking them out. I can also see the signs at the top, which show the park boundary as we come back in from the the National Forest managed lands. Oh, still some work to do, but the target is in sight. Just waiting for some trail runners to go by there so I can show you this intersection. So this is it, the intersection back onto 26, which goes up this way. Still more to do. There you go, Buck Mountain Pass. Just over half a mile. All right, and that's where we're going. Coming to the top, Buck Pass. And we go down around Static as well. Oh, Death Canyon Trail Junction, 5-2. That'll be a big milestone for Stu. Look at that view. Wow, that's pretty good, wasn't it? Holy moly. Let's just pan around slowly. Oh my God, I can do this all day. I'm a poet and didn't know it. Lingered here a while, and why wouldn't you? But so many miles to go. So I'll keep moving, and I'd like to shed some altitude. I'm doing fine, but I can tell. Just a little more climb. What a view of that glacial fed lake up there. Wow, let me zoom in on that for you. Here we go. Brace yourself. Boom. Look at that. Whew. When is the climb going to stop? Yes, that's the trail, and yes, I'm afraid of heights. Oh, holy moly. Toes are tingling. Not done yet. That's where I stand. I'm going to say it's the highest I've been. And people do go all the way up. And I can see them. You'll never see them in the middle of the frame, but there are people way up there. Little look back. This has my full attention. Hey, look, we've been there. View of Death Canyon and a view of the shelf. And still a ways to drop. Oh, yes. The loop part of this lollipop almost completed. Patrol cabin intersection should be just up here, where I plan to take a little break, then head to the trailhead. There's a slight uphill coming out of Phelps Lake, where the trail connects to get down the lake. It's no big deal, but other than that, pretty much downhill. Although I don't remember the grade being quite like this, except for those switchbacks. I don't think I've done a descent as long as this one ever. I could be wrong, but Sure doesn't feel like it today. And just like that, there it is. Have a look at the mileages here real quick. Nice break there. Chatted with some folks. 3.2 miles to the trailhead sign. It's about 6 kilometers in my estimation, which is a little more than I thought it was. Where we started. Last climb, last mile. And there's a snake. Hello. There you go. Carry on. Whew. Home stretch. Man, a lot of day hikers coming in to see the lake, I would think. It is beautiful. I was surprised how many day hikers were up to Static. You know? Although, I mean, to take a peek at Static, it's a pretty stunning place. Sounds like it's pretty popular also with day hikers. I also saw a lot of trail runners today as well. So lots of people coming out and using this spectacular trail. And you've seen it. It really is. And there's the sign. We're done. Nice job. I'm going to go to the car where I might be able to find a quiet spot so we can wrap it up. Lots of folks going out and back here, which is good to see, of course. But I don't like to look like some sort of weirdo talking to you remotely. Well, I look like some sort of weirdo. You'll get me wrong, but all right, wrap it up. Next. Finally, a moment. Well, I'm having my Lipton cup of soup and there's nobody around. That will change very quickly. Cars, people, and dust from the dirt road. So let's get this in. Let me ask you quickly. How's the hike? I didn't get it. Sorry, you'll have to just type it in the comment section below. I'll tell you, I can't believe my good luck. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be hiking around Shoshone in Yellowstone. And because of this buffalo jam, 2.5 hour jam, and because of this construction, which blocked my trailhead, in fact, the trailhead, there was nowhere to park. I had to go all the way back to West Yellowstone because Old Faithful does not have a backcountry office. And by the time I got there, it was lunchtime and they didn't come back till 1. So by the time we get this all sorted out, I would have gotten back probably to the trailhead at 4, 4:30 or 5 o'clock. And here's the thing. In Yellowstone, they make you put a piece of paper on your car that they give you with your license plate number, your last name, where you're hiking, and where you're supposed to park your car. So you pick a trailhead. I didn't realize that in a situation like that, you could just go to the next trailhead if it worked for you, and there's no big deal. I thought, well, I'm not going to break the rules. Like, who knows? They could tow the car. So anyway, it all worked out because look at this. Look at what we just saw together. I mean, look at this picture from last night on the shelf. And then look at this picture of this morning on the shelf. And then look at this picture of Venus lighting up the whole place. Now, that was taken on my iPhone, so it's not wonderful, but it shows you the starry night I had. What a place. And then the walk today through the basin and up, I mean, that was just stunning. I got a little bit, I got very focused around Static because, I mean, one misstep. And, I was talking to some folks today. A lot of people worry about bears, but that's how most people get injured, or worse, falling off something like that. So I was very attention focused. It was a long day and I'm tired. So I'm just going to have my cup of soup and get ready for the next one. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments about this amazing place and this amazing loop in Death Canyon and Death Shelf, leave me in the comment section below. And as always, I mean this, thank you for watching.